¡Viva España! ¡Mi madre! ¡Oh no! ¡Oh no!
Spain, this is what you asked for, and you got it. Now, on my channel, you know we talk about travel. We talk about travel, visas, migration, and a little bit of everything based on the places I've been. And as you guys know, I went to Spain a few weeks ago. Guys, dominating in the news right now is an issue in Ceuta, a Spanish enclave near Morocco, where 49,000 people have invaded a city of about 100,000, all in the last 24 hours. If you haven't seen the news, you've been living under a rock, because it is everywhere. Literally, people have been swimming for hours. Over 19 people have passed away in the water, and they are invading Spanish territory with the hopes of getting onto Spanish land and getting paperwork because of the policies of the Spanish government. There are already reports of migrants breaking into homes in the middle of the night. There are videos and photos of them doing this. You can search it up. It's on the internet. It's actually on YouTube. And the government isn't doing anything to help this. Now, you're probably wondering, on a travel channel, why are we talking about this? Well, travel, migration, expat life, all of this is intertwined. When I was in Spain, I got comments such as, "Tourists, go home. We don't want you here." It's an issue, right? They don't want to be gentrified out of their neighborhoods, which I get that, right? It makes sense. But this they don't have a problem for. This they voted for. Guys, tourism is the biggest industry in all of Spain. $260 billion worth of tourism comes through each and every year into Spain. But it seems like the locals didn't have they have a problem with that. But they didn't have a problem with migration. But now, with this massive influx, they're going to have to deal with it. You guys have to understand, there is over 1.3 million illegals between people that are migrants and people that overstayed their visas in Spain. And last year, or actually earlier this year, Sanchez offered them an online portal to get legalized. And he assumed that 500,000 people would apply. No, 1.3 million people applied. And you know what that type of a policy does? That forces people from Morocco to try to swim and risk their lives to enter into Spain illegally. Guys, without the policies in place, without borders in place, a country isn't a country. And the current administration is giving away their country to the outside world. I don't know what else to say. I don't know how to tell you any different. I saw it when I was in Spain, but to me, it just boggles my mind that the issue is tourism. They're more worried about tourism than they are migrations. Well, we need workers. Well, what about the youth that need those jobs? Well, we're not having enough babies. Well, are you going to have babies with the migrants? Because most people don't. They're two conflicting cultures, right? So quit making excuses and focus on the problem. Without borders, a country is not a country. You have to have strict immigration policy to make that happen. Now, guys, even Italy, Giorgia Meloni, the PM, she even said she is recommending that Spain be kicked out of Schengen. and she's going to block access from Spanish passports to Italy. So why would she do this? Because by allowing these people to get legal, it gives them a pathway to citizenship. Once they get citizenship, they get to get a passport, and then they can go all over Europe and have access to 26 countries. So the question is this: should we allow what's happening in Ceuta, or should we fight it? What should Spain have done differently? They just allowed people to just basically break through the gate because they didn't have enough people, and the government told them to stand down. Once they had 40-something thousand, then they sent military armored vehicles in. But they don't do anything. They're doing nothing to protect the people. Now, the Spanish people of Ceuta are actually fighting back right now, and there's big problems in the street. But here comes the question. Should we be helping the world, or should the leaders of each country be putting their people first? I think they should be putting their people first. I think Americans should be first in their country. I think Vietnamese people should be first in their country. I think Spanish should always be number one in their country. But it seems like the Prime Minister in Spain is not doing that. He would much rather help out the world and buy votes than he would to protect his own people. The number of violent crimes and other crimes that I can't say on YouTube have increased tenfold because of this. And it's not about immigration, and it's not about migrants. It's not that everyone is bad. The thing that people have to realize is that without proper checks and background checking and vetting, you don't know who's coming in. Just because someone says, okay, I'm fleeing for a better life, does that mean they deserve to break your immigration laws? Most of the guys that were interviewed yesterday were, there's no jobs, there's no good teachers, I don't have a good life, or I don't have any money. That's not a valid reason for asylum. Economic reasons are not a valid reason for asylum in any country in the world. Not one. There are a whole list of reasons, but that isn't one. So here's the question I have for you. The whole point I made this video. Is this the way we should be doing things? Should we just open our borders and let everyone in? Or should we protect our citizens and allow migrants in to be properly vetted and go through a legal process? Me personally, I'll tell you what I think. I think anybody illegal is in violation of the law and they should be kicked out. You guys have to understand, I hold 22 visas right now. Yes, I know I have passport privilege, but I follow the immigration laws in the countries I go to. I've never violated the laws of the countries I've been to. So why do people think it's okay to go to another country and just say, I have a tough life, I'm going to break your laws. I don't care about your laws. But you have to let me become a citizen, and you have to give me benefits, and you have to give me a job, and I demand this of you. And we dealt with it in America. They're trying to deal with it in certain countries, be like Poland. I love Poland, by the way. And so I wanted to have this discussion. I wanted to bring it up because it's a current event, and it does revolve around travel. It does revolve around migration and expat life, because depending on the terms you use, I might be an expat or I might be a migrant or an immigrant. And these guys coming over from Morocco to Spain, they might be migrants. Are they an expat? Are they an immigrant? So, I think this is a discussion we need to have. What do you do with those people of Ceuta? The citizens there are screwed. They're not going to be able to go to work. They're not going to be able to have safe homes. Because what do? You just get, 50,000 people came in the last 24 hours. And that's just what came in the last 24 hours. They're still coming. So, I was just curious what you guys thought. This was a discussion video because this is a travel channel. And I was just in Spain recently. And I live abroad. So guys, put it in the comments below. Tell me what you think. And tell me what you think of the footage that I placed at the front of this video. And right now, I'm going to play some more. Guys, have a great day from Vietnam. And look forward to my Spain videos coming out soon. And I wish the best for the Spanish people. I hope you vote better. I hope you try to vote for your best interest, not the best interest of the world. As always, don't forget, like, share, subscribe, and enjoy.